It's here, folks. It's finally here. Euro 2024 is about to begin, and in this video, we're going to predict the matches for teams that are involved in Groups A through C. Who's going to get off to a flyer? Who will get off to a stinker? We'll talk all about it. All of it next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today is all about predicting Matchday number 1, Part 1 over in Euro 2024. Who is going to get off to an absolute flyer? Who will get off to the worst start possible? We'll take a look at it. All of it in a second. Big shout out again to the VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. And again, if you do, smash your like, smash your subscribe. Your one-stop shop for the Euros is right here under one Ruski. Of course, we've got the hosts, Germany kicking off. We've got some juggernauts, Spain, Italy also getting off to today in this video. Also, England, how are they going to get off to their first game? We'll get into all of that in just one second. And again, big shout out to the VIPs, of course, and smash the old like. We're looking for 100 likes. Big request for you here. 100 likes. Can we do it? It's all down to you. So let's get into it and have a little look at what we're talking about. We're talking about this, of course, it is Euro 2024, and of course they are made up of 6 groups, A, B, C, D, E, and F. Today, it's all about groups A and C. Tomorrow, there'll be another video through D, E, and F. We'll explain all that in a second. So let's take a look at, of course, the nations that make up these groups. We do have the Germans, of course, hosting this tournament. They're joined by the Scotland, Hungary, and the Swiss. Into Group B, we have Italy, Spain, Croatia, and Albania. C's England, Denmark, Serbia, and Slovenia. And then Group D has the French, Dutch are in there, Austria, Poland, of course. Group E has the Belgians, Romanians, Slovakia, Ukraine, and then Group F, Portugal, the Czech Republic, Turkey, and Georgia. That's right. And of course, some of the nations are represented by, of course, how many trophies they have won. And I know you're looking at the Czech and Slovak represented with the one, but that's when, of course, they were combined nation way back when. So those are the nations, of course. I just wanted to let you know that we do have a prediction league if you want to get involved with that. Just want to let you know that we do have a prediction league, and it is live, 100% free. Use the link /Euro 2024 to get involved and get your predictions out there. See if you can outpredict me, the prediction king. All right then, folks, let's take a look at the first set of games, of course, coming at you from Group A. Now, in Group A, we have Germany, Scotland, Hungary, and the Swiss. Now, on a personal note, this is quite tricky for me because my mum's German and my dad's Scottish. So again, loyalty is such a feeble thing at the end of the day. So I don't know which way my hat's going to go on this. So let's take a look at that first game, which does include the Germans up against the Scots. That's right. So kicking it all off at the Allianz Arena on June the 14th. All eyes on this game. Now, Germany against Scotland, a match that's only been played 5 times since 1992, with the Germans picking up 4 wins, nothing for Scotland, and there's been only 1 draw between the two sides. Now, heading into this, Germany rocking a 50% form rate, picking up a couple of wins and a draw in the last three matches. However, not the greatest form over the grand scheme of things. The Scots, though, 33% form for them at the moment, just 1 win out of the last 6. Of course, now these two sides last played each other back in September 2015, where Germany came out on top 3-2 in the end, which of course was a close result for Scotland, gave them a little bit of hope perhaps. Of course, Germany's preparations for the Euros have included a draw against Ukraine. They are taking on Greece. Today, actually, I'm recording this on the 7th of June, so that's their final match, with the Scots, of course, picking up a result against Gibraltar, and of course looking forward to a match up against the Finns as well. And those games will be done and dusted before this video goes out, and probably you'll know the results of that as well. A quick look at the bookies odds on this one. 4-1 on for the Germans for the victory, 5-1 is the draw, 10-1 is of course the Scots. Currently Germany are third favourites, 11-2 to lift the trophy. Scotland all the way at 100-1. Now again, this is quite a hard one to call, and my dad's watching, my mum's watching. They want to know which way I'm going to go on there. Of course, the easy way out would be a draw, but unfortunately I think the Germans have got something about them if they get their game right. Of course, there's a lot of hope and expectation on Germany in the past couple of tournaments, in the last World Cup, in the last Euros, but they never really delivered. So this is a huge game. Of course, it could define what we're talking about with Germany. Can they put up a performance to get the fans talking on their side? I think they will. I think Germany will come out top with a 3-0 win to put themselves in command of Group A. after match day number 1. But of course, there is another game in Group A, and that is Hungary up against the Swiss. So let's take a look at that game then, coming at you on Saturday, June the 5th. This will be over in Köln, that's right, in Germany, with Marco Rossi's Hungary up against Murat Yakin's Switzerland. Now, these two sides played 5 times in 1938, just 1 win for the Hungarians, 3 wins for the Swiss, and there's been 1 draw. Hungary, 67% form for them at the moment, just 1 defeat in the last 6. That was against Ireland. Of course, Ireland put up a really good performance the other day. We'll talk about that in a minute. The Swiss come into this on 58% form, just 1 defeat in those last 6 matches, of course. And we'll talk about their running as well. The last time that these two sides played each other was back in October 2017, with the Swiss coming out on top 5-2 in the end. That was in a World Cup qualification match way back when. Last time Hungary's victory against the Swiss, that 1-0 victory, was back in 1938. It's been a long, long time, guys. But of course, Hungary's preparations for this tournament included that loss against Ireland and also a match against Israel, of course. The Swiss on the other side picked up a 4-0 win over Estonia as their preliminary, or their penultimate final match. They did take on Austria as well. Of course, those results will be to you whenever this video goes out as well. So, to look at the bookies odds for this one then, shall we? Hungary 5-2 for the victory, 23-20 is your Switzerland, 23-10 is the draw. And again, if we want to have a look at the odds for the distance on these two nations, they are underdogs. If I ever saw one. Hungary are 80-1 to go the distance, with the Swiss currently at 66-1 to go the difference. For me, this is a tough old game, a hard one, a bit of a coin flip, to be honest with you. And I think if these two nations play each other 100 times, it'll be pretty much down the middle, 50-50. And that's what I'm going for, guys. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. Point apiece. I think the expectations are from these fans at a decent level. I think they want to get excited. They want to see their nation go far, and realistically, they can go far. They just need 4 points, 3 points to be in the mixer. Really, 4 points to pretty much guarantee it. And I think they don't want to lose any hope and expectations after match day number 1. So I think they're going to play it cool, play it tactfully, and get out of it with a point to keep their dreams alive. Next up, we go to Group B, and it's Spain against Croatia. What a match to kick us all off over in Group B, with the Spanish looking to regain the glory once again. Now, these two sides will lock horns at the Olympic Stadium on the 15th of June, with Spain currently managed by Luis de Villafuente, and Croatia still managed by Zlatko Dalic. That's right, the Spanish and Croatians have played each other 7 times in the past, since 2006. It's been 5 wins for the Spanish, 2 wins for Croatia, yet to get a draw between these two sides. Of course, Spain, though, coming at you, 75% form for them at the moment, just 1 defeat in the last 6. The Croatians, though, 5 wins on the bounce. They're hitting form at just the right time. Now, these two sides, again, have played each other 7 times. Spain have rocked a 6-0 win against them in the past. Croatia boasting a 3-2 win as their biggest victories against them. That 6-0 win all the way back in September 2018 for the Spanish. I was in the Nations League, with Croatia's victory, the last victory, also in the Nations League back in November 2018. A bit of a revenge. In fact, these two sides last played each other back in June 2023, around about a year ago, in the Nations League final. Spain coming out on top via penalties, and Spain actually winning a back-to-back games against them. So, in fact, the last time they played each other in the Euros was in the round of 16, with Spain coming out on top 5-3 on aggregate. Of course, Spain coming into this on the back of a 5-0 win over Andorra. They are taking on Northern Ireland in their final preparation game, whereas the Croatians picked up a 3-0 win over North Macedonia, and they will take on Portugal. A bit of a tasty friendly before, of course, the serious stuff comes around. The odds here, though, 5-4 on is your Spain. They are favoured. 50-4 is your Croatia, and 5-2 is the draw. As for these two juggernauts, they're expected to go far, with Spain 8-1 5th favourites, Croatia around about 9th favourites, 40-1 to go the distance. But what about me? My gut prediction on this one is I'm actually backing a 0-0 draw here. Again, just like the previous one, I think there's too much expectation, too much hope resting on this one. And like I said, there hasn't been a draw between these two sides. I think we're long overdue a draw, and I think Croatia will just play it defensively in this opening game, because it is a tough old group. When you look at that group, I think we're going to lose, or we could potentially lose, a juggernaut in a Spain or Italy before even the last 16. So I think it's play your cards right, and I think the Croatians will grind out a 0-0 draw, and Spain will be a little bit toothless up top. Into the other game then, shall we, is Italy up against Albania. Of course, that's also on the 15th of June. Of course, now these two sides, again, over in a difficult Group B, will lock horns at the BVB Stadium. That's over in Dortmund, of course, where Italy, managed by Luciano Spalletti, will take on Albania, managed by Silvino. That's right. Now, these two nations have played each other 4 times since 2014, with Italy winning all 4 of them, and Albania struggling just a little bit. Italy, though, unbeaten, of course, in the last 5. They are the champions, and they'll look to defend their title to the very limit, of course. Unbeaten in the last 5, pick up 3 wins and a couple of draws. Albania, though, just 1 win in 5. 50% form for them over the last 6, of course. The last match between these two sides ended up as a 3-1 win for Italy way back in November 2022. It was a friendly, of course, but the last time they played each other, when it really mattered, it was also a 1-0 win for Italy way back in October 2017. Albania did pick up a 3-0 win over Liechtenstein. That was, of course, one of their preparation games. They're taking on Azerbaijan as well, to keep the momentum moving. Meanwhile, Italy took on Turkey. They managed to get a 0-0 draw, back-to-back clean sheets for them. In fact, just 1 goal conceded over the last 4 matches for Italy, and they'll take on Bosnia-Herzegovina in their final warm-up game before the tournament kicks off. Albania currently 8-1 to win this one. Long shots with Italy 11-4 on. The draw is at 15-4. The current odds to go the distance, though, Italy are up there as 6 favourites, 14-1, with Albania underdogs, massively underdogs, 500-1 to go the distance as well on this one. Realistically, I'm gonna back Italy here, 2-0 win, and that, of course, will put them in the driving seat in Group B. What about Group C then? Of course, it will be Slovenia up against the Danes in the first game. That's on June the 16th over at the Stuttgart Arena, Mercedes-Benz Arena. Now, Slovenia managed by Matchday up against Denmark and Kasper Hulsman. Now, these two nations have played each other 3 times since 2008. Nothing for Slovenia, 2 wins for the Danes and 1 draw. Slovenia, though, coming into this on a good bit of form right now, 75% form for them, unbeaten in the last 5. The Danes, though, also on 75% form for them, just 1 defeat in the last 6. Now, these two nations did play each other way back in November 2023. It's in the Euro qualification phase where they played each other a double header. Danes come out on top in the last match. It was a 2-1 win in that. In fact, of course, for the completion of that, when they did play each other in Slovenia, it was a 1-1 draw. So maybe a little bit of hope there for the Slovenians, who come into this on the back of a 2-1 win over Armenia in one of their preparation games. Their final preparation game is up against Bulgaria, where they're expected to win that game. The Danes, of course, picked up a big 2-1 win over the Swedes, JDT's Sweden, and they'll, of course, complete their match up in Scandinavia, their prep against Norway. Goodness gracious me, Haaland and co. The odds for this one, though, we're looking at Slovenia 17-4 for the victory, 5-2 is the draw, 11-8 on is your Danes on this one. Again, a quick look at the long-term plan for Slovenia. Not much excitement, to be honest, maybe 250-1 to go the distance, but the Danes, former winners, that's right, 40-1 to go the distance as well. I'm going to back the Danes here, I think. Where are we? We're gonna back the Danes. 1-0 win, just enough to get over the line, get the 3 points, and again put themselves in the driving seat in Group C. And then we wrap it up here with Serbia up against England at the Arena Alf Schalke over in Gelsenkirchen there. Dragan Stojkovic, the governor for Serbia, and we have got Gareth Southgate, waistcoat and all, as manager as England. That's right. These two sides have played each other just the 1 time since 2003, and it was a victory for England. But Serbia come into this on 42% form for them right now, just 1 defeat in the last 5. Up against the England side, 67% form for them right now, just 1 defeat in the last 6. However, want to flip that around for those Serbians, just 1 win in the last 4 games for England, if you want to look at it a different way. That 1-0 victory for England was a 2-1 win for them way back in June 2003. It's over 21 years since they last played. Serbia's last match was a 2-1 defeat against Austria. They, of course, locked horns against the Swedes in their final preparation game, whereas England, of course, picked up that 3-0 win over Bosnia and will take on Iceland today. Again, this video will probably be out tomorrow after the conclusion of those games. The odds here, 6-1 is your Serbia, 9-4 on is your England, 18-5 is the draw. And a quick look at the odds, of course, Serbia, one of the underdogs, of course, 80-1. You know, it's not a bad shout. England currently favoured 3-1 to go the distance. Of course, this one got a little bit spicy for me now with the inclusion of Adam Wharton, of course, former Rover. We'll be cheering him on as well. And I think England will win this game. Let's get that on the spotlight here. They will win this game. But it's going to be difficult to break the Serbians down. 2-0 win for me in the end on this one. And just to recap my predictions for the Matchday number 1, Part 1, we have the Germans pick up a 3-0 win over Scotland. We have Hungary 1, Switzerland 1, Spain 0, Croatia 0, Italy 2, Albania 0, we have Slovenia 0, Denmark 1, Serbia 0, and England 2. Another reminder then, shall we, for the Prediction League, Cutley/Euro 2024, 100% free. Get in there, get involved, and see if you can out-predict me, the Prediction King. There you have it, folks. There you bloody have it. That's, of course, Matchday number 1, part 1 for the Euro 2024, complete tomorrow, or maybe the day after. We'll have match number 1, part 2. Of course, make sure you get involved, get the predictions in with the Super Brew, and please smash the like. Again, we're looking for 100 likes for this video. Can we do it as we try to make some huge strides over the summer? Busy summer ahead with of course, the Euros and, of course, Copa America. We're going to have watch-alongs, we're going to have Cast the Cat, predictions, reviews, all that kind of stuff. So make sure you smash the like, get involved with the channel. Of course, we'll see how we get on when we come back around. But until then, subscribe. I'll see you soon. And, of course, enjoy yourselves, enjoy the summer, and we'll see you next time around.